Eight new travelers embark on a journey through the land of Solistia. Octopath Traveler 2.
With that, we could realize a world without conflict, without bloodshed.
I'm going to become a star and bring smiles to people's faces, just like Mama.
I'm hitting the road. I'll be back once I eliminate that devil called poverty from the world.
The man who took everything from me shall die by my hand.
Not again. Not this stench. The stench of blood.
Doubt is what I do.
Leave the hunting to me. You'll have all the tasty meat you want.
I need to rediscover who I am.
8 travelers from different regions venture forth for their own reasons. Whose path will you tread? Harness each traveler's unique path actions to interact with the people of Celestia. Battle townspeople, or take them along in your travels. Change day to night and watch the world transform around you. Even the path actions at your disposal will vary. Entreat folks for items, or bribe them for information. Explore every corner of this bustling realm to your heart's content.
Mama was a star. She wrote her own songs and traveled the land. Of course, Paula and I went everywhere with her. It's my dream to be a star, just like you.
The path to stardom is laden with thorns, little dancer.
You're really something, Agnia. You never gave up on your dream.
Your dress is tattered.
Are you sure you can dance like that, Agni?
But I can still dance in this. I don't want to keep everyone waiting.
I didn't come here to pray. I came here to remember. To remember the friends who gave their lives on the altar of our mission. This manner of folk, they're my friends. They are citizens of Ku, not unlike yourself, and you will show them the respect they deserve.
Not a single enemy shall pass through our storm.
Eyes forward, Hikari. Keep going.
Clan Ku shall rise from the desert as its ruler.
General Mugen, you lead the pride of our military. The nation of Ku's fiercest soldiers ride at your back.
I shall honor the memory of my fallen allies. My blade will not waver.
What does it mean to play a role? In a vast world of adventure. The places you go, the deeds you do, the tales whose hero you become. Every road is yours to take.
I'm terribly sorry.
Catapult, go, go, go!
You're in for it now.
Unleash your fury!
Octopath Traveler 2, February 24th, 2023. Embark on an adventure all your own.
want to change that. I want Ku to be a home for all, regardless of birth. A place where we look out for each other. In order to realize that, I would suffer any loss.
Thank you, everyone! The fun is just getting started. Now, watch me shine!
I plan to do all I can to share the wealth and help make the world a happier place. That's what being a merchant means to me.
It is not your life I want. It's Harvey's. Enough! Where is he?
I've made up my mind. I will kill you and leave the Black Snakes. I will finally be free.
I understand that your faith is shaken. But I ask you, do you not wish to know the truth?
I love Totohaha and the people who call it home. And that's why I want to protect it. And that means I'm going to fight!
It is our mission as apothecaries to ensure that everyone lives long enough for their hopes to become reality, even if it costs us our own lives.
Now go forward, Pride of the Sands.
There is none worthy to be my foe. None!
I found it at last. The seventh source.
Harvey, you bastard! What do you fight for?
It wasn't the only thing that mattered to you.
I believe there's something out there more valuable than wealth.
I wish I had a lifetime to report on your shenanigans.
I came here to kill you.
I raised you as if you were truly my own.
Silence, you abominable reptile!
You're leaving again, aren't you?
I simply wish to bring the truth to light.
Prepare yourselves for a show.
Dreams aren't good for nothing.
You have a habit of putting others above yourself, don't you?
I will extend a helping hand to all in need. The stars, they're all gone.
Something's coming.
I smell a quarry unlike any other.
It's here.
I must find an answer to this conundrum.
The food will spoil if we stand around like a bunch of frightened deer.
We can do anything we set our minds to.
Well, it's plain what we've got to do. Keep moving forward, right?
Let us walk together a while longer, friends.
I think I'll stick around for a little more fun.
Somewhere, someone cries out for aid.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
What does it mean to play a role in a vast world of adventure? The places you go, the deeds you do, the tales whose hero you become. Every road is yours to take. Octopath Traveler 2, February 24th, 2023. Embark on an adventure all your own. Demo now available.
I want to change that. I want Ku to be a home for all, regardless of birth. A place where we look out for each other. In order to realize that, I would suffer any loss.
Thank you, everyone! The fun is just getting started. Now, watch me shine!
I plan to do all I can to share the wealth and help make the world a happier place. That's what being a merchant means to me.
It is not your life I want. It's Harvey's. Enough! Where is he?
I've made up my mind. I will kill you and leave the Black Snakes. I will finally be free.
I understand that your faith is shaken. But I ask you, do you not wish to know the truth?
I love Totohaha and the people who call it home. And that's why I want to protect it. And that means I'm going to fight!
It is our mission as apothecaries to ensure that everyone lives long enough for their hopes to become reality, even if it costs us our own lives.
Now go forward, Pride of the Sands.
There is none worthy to be my foe. None!
I found it at last. The seventh source.
Harvey, you bastard! What do you fight for?
It wasn't the only thing that mattered to you.
I believe there's something out there more valuable than wealth.
I wish I had a lifetime to report on your shenanigans.
I came here to kill you.
I raised you as if you were truly my own.
Silence, you abominable reptile!
You're leaving again, aren't you?
I simply wish to bring the truth to light.
Prepare yourselves for a show.
Dreams aren't good for nothing.
You have a habit of putting others above yourself, don't you?
I will extend a helping hand to all in need.
The stars, they're all gone.
Something's coming.
I smell a quarry unlike any other.
It's here.
I must find an answer to this conundrum.
The food will spoil if we stand around like a bunch of frightened deer.
We can do anything we set our minds to.
Well, it's plain what we've got to do. Keep moving forward, right?
Let us walk together a while longer, friends.
I think I'll stick around for a little more fun.
Somewhere, someone cries out for aid.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
What does it mean to play a role in a vast world of adventure? The places you go, the deeds you do, the tales whose hero you become. Every road is yours to take. Octopath Traveler 2, February 24th, 2023. Embark on an adventure all your own. Demo now available.
Hey.
Hey, everyone.
How's it going? Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us for our Octopath Traveler 2 pre-launch stream. As you all know, the game officially releases tomorrow, February 24th, but we're super excited to be celebrating with you all today. My name is Catherine, and I'm joined by the amazing Donnell.
Too kind, too kind. I think I'm mediocre.
Well, we're happy to have you with us, Donnell, to give us a deeper dive into the game. For those of you that are watching on Twitch, hello. We are live here for our friends over on Steam. Hello to you as well. For all of our giveaways, though, we'll be doing those over on Twitch. So make sure to hang out with us there if you would like to participate. I think I spoiled what we were doing today, Donnell.
Yeah.
Of course.
A little bit, a little spoiler.
Just a smidge, I know. I see people in the chat are here for the music. I also am here for the music, but we would be remiss not to also be here for a very special set of giveaways we'll be doing later on in the stream. Donnell, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so pretty much we are giving away not only the standard copies of the game on either Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, or Steam PC. We are also giving away one lucky winner, and I'll try to hold the box here, is the collector's edition of Octopath Traveler 2. And you might be saying, well, what items contain in this giant box? Well,
it's a big box.
It's a big box. And I'll show you a little bit of the two items right here. So we have the Battle Track music CD. So you can, on your way to work, to school, or to the grocery store, you know, hype up your day with a little bit intense music that you're gonna hear.
I get pumped, right? Listening, the battle music is so good too in this game, right?
So I hum it in my mind so many times after playing Octopath Traveler 2. We also have the art album as well. So with that, I'll show a little bit of what to expect. But these beautiful art character designed by Naoki Ikushima, and we have a shot of the 8 figures of the travelers. So as you can see, in just a moment, there they are, looking as epic and stylish.
They look awesome. These bust figures, they're so detailed and like perfect for the collector.
Yeah. So it really is everything you need in your adventure as you decide which traveler you're going to pick first, and as you sort of get the gang all together on your adventure.
Well, I would pick all of them if it were me.
You get to pick all, but
point out, for those that are curious about the size, I've got one on hand here. I've got Throne A, and they're a really great size here. So the collector's edition does come with that, as Donnell was mentioning. So we'll be doing 2 sets of giveaways throughout the stream. There'll be one for our friends over in the EU and one for our friends over in the North American region. So hang tight. We'll let you all know when it is time to enter for either one of those giveaway moments. But for a full list of rules, you can go ahead and type !rules in the chat. But I know a lot of you, I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces in the chat, joined us for the demo stream. So I'm happy to hear that so many people have been playing the demo. Today, we're actually going to be focusing on something different than what we showcased last time. We're actually going to be looking at exploration as well as boss battles. So I don't know, Donnell, what do you think? Why don't we jump on in?
Yeah, let's start. And don't worry for anybody who's like, oh no, spoiler. This is outside the story spoiler. This is sort of these sort of optional bosses that you guys may have seen in previous trailers, but this time we're kind of giving you guys a little bit more of that action. Currently, in order to set sail in the open sea, we need a boat. So we have come across this I don't know what you call this profession, a ship
Shipmaster, maybe.
Shipmaster, maybe.
Sure. The dock keeper.
Yes, the dock keeper. But we are sort of about to, as we'll see very soon. We're gonna buy the boat off of her. Terry thinks that the ship is pretty much broken and it's just no use. But Particio, he has an eye. I don't know what he's seeing, but he sees something that he likes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Donnell, but boat travel is completely brand new to Octopath Traveler 2. Is that correct?
That is correct. So I think in the first game, it was really just traveling by land. This has again improved from the previous game, and now you can travel by sea, which will show that it's free range, so that you can explore and find hidden treasure or sort of optional areas. So this is exciting that we'll be able to show very soon. But yeah, there's a lot to it when you get into the battle. Right now, our party is Hikari, Agnia, Particio, and Casti. So
we've got a good group.
We have a good group that we feel that it's going to really take on these bosses. So
I saw earlier in the chat, a lot of folks were asking one another which character they started out with in the demo. There's a lot of Hikari fans in the chat today.
Really? Okay. I've been seeing, I think previously I've been reading a lot of like online, on Twitter, going to the subreddit. A lot of people were liking Particio and Casti is what I saw. And Throne, of course. I know Throne is your girl, so.
That she is. And I know I did see a couple folks earlier already asking about if they need to play Octopath Traveler 1 to enjoy Octopath Traveler 2. The good news is you don't have to. Octopath Traveler 2 is a completely new adventure, new characters, new story. Of course, Octopath Traveler 1, we encourage you to play as well because it's very fun, but you can dive right into Octopath Traveler 2 and enjoy the fun.
So we just purchased the boat for 100,000 I think leaves. So it's quite a lot of money, but we're able to kind of save up before the stream just to kind of speed up the sort of process of getting that boat. So this is again, don't worry, you guys will be able to experience what we're experiencing once you guys get the full game. But really excited to see that so many people love the demo, so many positive reviews out there. It's been great. Oh, so
the fun,
go for it,
this is a fun feature here, right?
Yes.
You actually can customize your ship. So we were hoping that all of you in the chat would help us customize our ship today.
So we're going to need your help.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with the ship color.
Okay, so we just put a poll in to choose which color. We have black.
Yep.
Here's a little bit of the black. We're going to go to...
Yeah, feel free to vote in the poll chat. We've got unpainted, black, red, or blue. We're kind of clicking through them right now so you can kind of see what those would look like.
So
I don't know. I'm kind of partial to black.
Oh, I like the blue. It kind of gives this nice tone of it just looks more elegant. I don't know. Black feels like a pirate ship, you know? I don't know.
Let's see. The votes are kind of leaning where you're leaning, Donnell, so far. There's just a few seconds left, folks. Get those votes in.
Yep. Oh, I wonder if anybody has picked unpainted. That would be hilarious. They're like, just keep it as is.
Three people picked unpainted.
Those 3 people are...
But yeah, I think Pink Techno's onto something. Blue matches this aesthetic of sailing out on the open seas, and blue is the winner.
Congratulations. So we're gonna pick blue, as clearly it's already there. Our next sail would be the 3 options you see, or the 4th, no symbol, but this would be on the symbol on the sail. So as you can see, we put a nice little sun, little symbol on there. Of course, we have the trident, the sea god symbol, or, which I think it's going to be the favorite, octopus.
Oh, that one's so good.
My
All
thing
right,
would
folks.
be octopus.
The poll is open for which symbol to put on our sails.
So please vote.
I really like the octopus. That's great.
I think that's a fan winner right there. How can you not?
There's one person that's voting for no symbol.
Okay. I feel like he probably voted also for the unpainted. So he's just like, give me the standard. It's okay. It's when you get the game, you can do it whatever you like. That's the beauty of it.
Exactly. Got a few more seconds left here of the poll for our choices to decorate our sail with.
So who's in the lead currently right now? The last few seconds.
Octopus is like miles ahead.
Miles. I knew it.
Leaps and bounds.
Well, looks like we're about to end the poll.
Yep. Just a few more seconds, and there it is. Octopus is going to be our banners for today.
I think we have a great boat. And so...
Yeah, I'm really into our ship. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of that and helping us make our ship as we dive into some exploration.
I think we're ready now. We're ready to take on the open sea. Look at that.
I just love the 3D, 2D graphics.
Exactly.
It's so gorgeous.
The visuals and even how they made it with the dynamic camera, more cinematic. That's just gives it the scene that when it plays out, just something more to it. It just, again, heightens the sensation when choosing your boat and you're seeing it for the first time. But
Donnell, a question came up in the chat about if you're able to customize your boat later on in the game, if you want to mix it up.
So I think once you place that order, it's pretty much done. So
it's a locked deal. So choose wisely.
shake the hands and then you move on. So be sure to pick the colors you want. Okay, so we're out in the open sea. This is brand new sort of gameplay. As you can see, we can explore anywhere currently right now. As you can see to the top left, there's like a treasure chest. So obviously that's going to grab your attention first to move. So let's see if
but
we
you
can
have
get
free
going.
reign. There's nothing blocking from where you take your ship here. It's really awesome.
Yep.
For those of you that are asking, we are playing on Steam right now.
Yes.
The game will be available tomorrow on PlayStation, Switch, and Steam, of course.
And so right now we're into some random encounters. As you can see, there's the game speed that you can, times it by 2. So you can kind of get through the battles a little bit quicker if you're trying to level up or trying to, test out some new parties. So that's also a new little feature that, again, we've approved upon after hearing comments from people from the first game. So
yeah, lots of quality of life changes in this new entry to the series, which is fantastic. Obviously, of course, there's upgrades with the path actions, different battle, abilities that you can do. The day and night features, that's also brand new to Octopath Traveler 2.
Yep. And we also have the latent power, which is sort of the, again, ultimate attacks that kind of, again, adds just more strategy to your battle gameplay. So, again, it's just bigger, better, and prettier. It's just checks in my box.
Folks in the chat are a little impressed about our level. We have been working very hard to impress you all today.
Yeah, exactly. Many hours leveling up our characters. As again, once we get to our first boss, you're gonna see why we have to level so high.
They do provide quite a challenge, which is really, really fun.
Yes. So right now, there's a sense of danger. It's overwhelming. Are we certain to proceed?
I think we are.
I think we're ready. We played a lot of
We have to show them challenging gameplay. Here we are, folks. This is the our first boss of today, the battle-worn shark.
Yep. Which you loved when I first showed you.
Yeah, this one's kind of one of my favorite bosses in the game so far.
Yeah.
So far, I say.
So in this, as you can see, you know, we're doing good amount of damage, but you'll see, hopefully, unless we take it out too quick, you see the weakness, the vulnerabilities, right? And it sort of pops up which icons. In the battle, it will switch and it will become new sort of vulnerabilities that you'll need to discover during the battle. So that's, again, heightens up the challenge a little bit, so it's not just you already know what to do and how to break his guard, you know? So that's what I love about it. And he does major attacks and also static effects that stops you from performing your special abilities or gaining break points so that you can do sort of the boost points to do some major damage.
Yeah, so if you're playing a controller, pressing that R1 will enter your boost mode, so to speak, and that will increase the potency of the attacks that your character is doing. So if you are able to break the boss and then go into your boost, you're going to do some extreme damage. Definitely going to take the advantage in the fight for sure.
So let's see, we're doing pretty well.
He's vulnerable to, it looks like, pole arms and daggers, right?
Correct. So we're going to do some major attacks right here. He has a lot of health.
I was going to say, he's got a lot of health.
Yep. So again, this is why we leveled up a lot. But see right now,
exactly.
You can see how now the pole weapon is not a weakness anymore. So now we have to sort of find a new weapon or new magic ability to break those guards. So now it's sword. So we just discovered that. So,
yeah,
and it's also poison, which is also good too. Oh, we're about to do a boost attack. Major. Oh.
This is definitely a more challenging boss fight for sure. I did see a couple of folks in the chat asking about the job skills and how that works. So basically you use your JP or job points to learn new skills. And the cool thing is you can choose whichever ones you want in any order, right? Like based on what's available to you. So you really can kind of customize your gameplay.
Yeah, one thing to add to the job abilities, what's also added that a little bit new is there are some jobs that don't require job points. You can just acquire new items. For example, the inventor, which I saw a lot of people in the demo discover. It's all about really just getting the right items to create that contraption to enable to level up your job and do new stuff. So again, it's just again new ways to play versus the standard leveling up, getting enough points, and then unlocking new abilities. Oh, we're gonna hire some good help. Look at these people.
I know. We got it.
I'm telling you, we with Particio, you gotta pay to win. For this is the only time I will agree upon that.
Excellent work. There's no better way to celebrate a boss defeat than opening up our first giveaway. So our first giveaway is going to be for our friends over in the EU. This is for 3 standard edition digital codes for the platform of your choice, so PlayStation, Switch, or Steam, as well as 1 collector's edition, PlayStation or Switch for the EU. Friends in the North America region, don't move a muscle. We'll have a giveaway for you in a little bit, but for now, EU, let's go ahead and open it up. Type hashtag sweepstakes in the chat to be entered.
Go for it.
While they're all doing that, there's a couple of questions in chat, Donnell. I'd love to pull out for you.
Yeah.
So if you're out exploring and perhaps you missed something, are you able to go back and retrieve those treasures, or do certain areas become locked after a certain point?
Yeah, no, unless you're going to, I would say, like the end game portion of it, you're kind of locked out. But when you're out in the open sea and you go to another area and then you're coming right back to where you started, the treasure chest will still be there if you haven't opened it. So again, what's great about this game is it's rewarding you to explore. So if you discover something that you didn't missed out before, whether you didn't come across or the level was too high, you can always go back later down and discover something new. Either a new item for like a weapon, an armor, or items that you can use in battles are very helpful. It's not just levels that you need to upgrade, it's also having the right equipment that's really going to help you in your battle.
Excellent. Another question that creeped in as well. They saw we have a party of 4. Now, are we able to add any other characters to that, or is 4 our max?
So 4 is the max travelers at a time. However, with certain travelers you have, you can hire or allure townspeople to help you with your journey. So you can technically have 8 people in your battle, but 4 will be the travelers and 4 other ones will be sort of companions, you know, people that you bring along. So that's the max. But if you ever want to switch, you can switch by going to the bar and switch out your party. So, you know, if you want Throne A in the party now, you can switch her in and you'll have 4 complete party.
That's awesome. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and close the giveaway for our friends in the EU. Best of luck, everyone. Again, we're giving away 3 standard edition digital codes as well as 1 grand prize of the collector's edition.
I'll hold that.
So,
ooh, that's what it is.
Drum roll, please. Our first winner is... I stare at the chat intensely. Yo YOLO 86, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Our second winner for the digital code is...
I'm on the edge of my
Peace,
seat.
congratulations. And our third and final winner for the EU digital code is... Anu Biz, congratulations. And our EU winner for the collector's edition is... Two Bear, congratulations.
Ooh.
Congrats to all of our winners. As a reminder, please make sure to keep your Twitch DMs on. You'll be receiving a message from the official Square Enix Twitch channel a little bit later with information on how to get your prize. As a reminder, the game, though, doesn't come out till tomorrow, so you'll have to hang tight until then. But congratulations, folks.
Few more hours and it'll be out and everybody can...
Very, very soon. Yeah, I actually saw a couple folks were asking about that as well. So, on Steam, it's going to be 9 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow, February 24th. But tonight on Discord on PlayStation and Switch, it's going to be 9 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully that clears that up.
I just saw a quick question. Someone said, "Can you change the day to night when you're on the boat in the open sea?"
Ooh,
you
great
can.
question.
You can. Again, it either would change it automatically, or as you can see right now, we are in the night sort of ocean where monsters get a little bit tougher at night. So be sure
Yeah, I was
to
just about
level
to
up.
say, be careful though when you're traveling at night as well. But also too, that's a good way of leveling up.
Exactly.
To get,
You get a little bit
exactly.
more XP for the tougher items. So I think we're ready for our second boss battle. Catherine, do you want to talk a little bit on what danger we're about to
we're already
be
jumping on
overwhelmed?
into it. Yeah, our second boss is called the Scourge of the Sea. And you can see why.
Now, just right now, he knocked 2 of your parties out. So now we only have sort of 2 travelers battling. They will come back, as you'll see in a few turns, but that's how the battle starts, and it starts getting, again, very scary and very challenging with only 2 travelers.
That's an interesting thing too. I know perhaps in other JRPGs that we've all played, when your character gets knocked out of the arena, they're gone. But the nice thing is they're only out for just a little bit and you'll come back. I got another question here in the chat. Do characters level up independently, similarly to the first game?
Yes. Yes. So in your party, if they level up and you have one still, hanging at the bar, the levels won't increase, but you can switch them out and go to an area that you can kind of easily level them up pretty quickly. So that's what I've sort of done in my playthrough.
In line of that, are there extra battles, the ones that we've been doing, these special bosses, are these only when we're traveling out at sea, or can you find these type of special bosses out in the field on land?
So these two bosses are only in these two locations in the open sea. So, but again, there's many more optional bosses. So, like, this is just a sort of sneak peek that again you've probably seen in previous trailers. So it's not like a story spoiler or anything out there. There's still so much to explore and discover that I think a lot of people will start sharing online once it's fully out there.
Of course. Yeah, definitely a lot to explore. How long would you say a gameplay of one character's story would take?
Ooh, it's a good question. I don't know, actually. I don't know, like a typical...
I'm basing off of my experience and how I play. I'm banking on like 70 hours.
Yeah, I feel like
But
it'd be pretty high.
I'm one of those that really enjoys exploring. I really like trying to do side quests. I try to level up. So I think that's a fair guess.
Yeah.
Guesstimate.
Yeah, I don't have the exact sort of like status of like how people sort of played and giving that. But if you're somebody who loves to explore, and I, again, encourage that, the game encourages that. Because at day and night, there's certain NPCs that you will be able to do certain actions or talk and offer you some really good stuff. So there's just so much to explore and discover. So I would say it's pretty high end on the hours.
Folks are asking about the shiny, full yellow glowing item by Partitio's name. Do you want to talk about that, Donnell?
Yes, so that is his latent power. It's all filled up. And what that does is, currently he's out, got blown away. So he's coming back right now. But basically his latent power is that it gives him a full of the break boost points. So it instantly maxes it out. So you can do some really major damage if you don't have any, or if you in dire situations you need to be like, I need a lot of boost to heal or to do a lot of damage. So that's what that glowing circle next to Partitio's name is.
And the cool thing about the latent power as well is that the gauge will fill both when your character takes damage as well as breaks an enemy. So remember, we were talking earlier about finding those weaknesses and getting the enemy into that break state. That's going to help fill up your gauge as well.
Exactly. And I can tell in the chat too, a lot of people are like, I'm even more excited to find secrets hiding in this game. Yes, there's many more jobs that you're going to discover, you're going to unlock. I know a lot of people...
There are secondary jobs.
There are secondary jobs.
The weeds of that, but...
More than the 2 I gave during the demo stream that I did. There's a lot more, so... I saw some people picking that up. They're like, "Oh my God, you said these 2," and I was like, "Yep." But that's it. I'm not saying anything else. I don't want to spoil.
We have to have you all explore something too, right? I know we talked about this earlier in the stream, but I did see it pop up a few more times. For those of you that did not have the opportunity to play Octopath Traveler 1, no worries. You can jump into Octopath Traveler 2 without having played that first one. It's a completely new story, completely new characters. And we're just excited for everyone to dive on in. And then go back and play Octopath Traveler 1, because it's still a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the beauty. For anybody who's new, who maybe hasn't heard of Octopath and just now hearing how amazing the game is after so many positive reviews and people talking about it, you can easily jump into this and still be part of the community and, again, play the first one as well.
Absolutely.
And also the soundtrack is amazing too.
Oh my gosh. That's why I'm super excited for our 2 collector's edition winners today. That'll get that soundtrack that has the battle music.
Yeah.
Woo!
We did it.
Good job, Christian.
Good job, Christian.
That was close.
He was the one that was battling this sea monster. So GG, Christian, good job. I think last time you did die, but you redeemed yourself this time.
As you all saw too, even though, we spent a lot of time leveling up our characters, those boss fights do take a lot of time and a lot of different strategies. So there always is a challenge to be had, even when you're at those higher levels, which is really great.
Yeah, exactly. I think when you guys get to this part in your playthrough, you're going to see how very challenging these bosses are. So don't worry.
Fantastic. Now I don't know that we had another boss fight to find today. Is that correct, Donnell?
Yeah, those were the only two I'm showing for now. Again, I don't want to spoil
Okay.
too much. We could, if we still have time, we could still explore and go
We
around
have a lot of time.
the open sea. So maybe we can do that. Maybe we can just show you a little bit more about the sea area. And
Yeah, let's take a look
let's
at
take a
that
look
for
at
a little
that.
bit. I know folks are really interested to see kind of the exploration that we have here. So let's take a look at our map.
So
And
yeah.
this kind of gives you a great idea, doesn't it?
Yeah, this kind of gives you a pinpoint idea of like the locations on where these stories sort of continue on. Again, there's a lot of stuff that we didn't want to do because again, we don't want to spoil anything, but you could travel from the western to the eastern continents, as well as what you see currently right now is the sea. We're on a boat and we can explore that. So if we can go back to the ocean area and sort of just explore, go up, maybe go north. You can see again the graphics of the water, the lighting. It's really amazing what they were able to do with the Unreal Engine to just increase the visuals on this. You know, more sprite emotions coming through. It's amazing.
Yeah, you really get a better sense of the characters' faces. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you that are curious about, quick travel does exist in this game only to towns that you've been to before. So you can actually access your menu and quickly travel there as well. But if you want to maybe find some treasure or fight some mystery monsters or bosses, I definitely recommend traveling on foot or water if you can. Look at that. We just got 20,000.
20,000 leaves. So we just like that. They're not just there for to be pretty. It's there to collect. So you can open those treasure chests. I think I saw some people saying like, can you open them or not? And somebody was actually stressing out because we were skipping them. So I understand that stress. Don't worry.
Another question that popped up in the chat was the scope of difficulty. Can you tell us a little about any difficulty levels or how that kind of scales? Because there isn't a traditional. I know. I believe they're asking like some of our other games we do have different settings. Octopath Traveler 2, not so much.
Correct. There's no like the easy, medium, hard type of difficulty. Right. I think the difficulty will be coming across of. It kind of indicates what level they recommend. And my experience is when I do even reach that recommendation, it's a good challenge. It's something where, I tried to speed run and go straight to the boss in that story. And I'm using all of my items. I'm still losing and I'm retrying over and over again. So I feel like it's up to the player how easy or how hard it wants to go into. So. Yeah, so that's the sort of difficult scaling, but you can, essentially stay at, the easy levels and just level up as much as possible. But like I said, it also requires items that you need to sort of help on your journey as well. So it's not just getting the highest, level. You also got to get the right equipment. And
exactly. Yeah, equipment. You want to think about how you're equipping your job abilities as well, spending your job points. Your secondary jobs. So there's a lot that goes into it. But again, as we were kind of talking about earlier, you really can make the gameplay style your own as well. So super, super fun. I think it's accessible for anyone of any play style.
Yeah, exactly.
Another question. This one's a fun one. What is your favorite area in the game so far? No spoilers.
Ooh, my favorite area. Well, kind of like the desert area. Mm-hmm. It seems really cool of the like feudal Japan. It's out in the desert. It has this really cool like aesthetic to it that I like, and that's sort of my favorite area, especially at night too. If not only do things change from monsters, the visuals changes, right? The music changes as well, and it goes from again the wickedly talented Yasunori Nishiki. He just knocks it out of the park with this title, and I'm hoping, if Jeff Keighley's watching right now, to get Octopath Traveler 2 at the next Game Awards. So that needs to happen. So I'll be sure to tweet at Jeff and just let him know, hey, don't miss on this.
Another question. So the chest that we've been seeing as we're traversing over the water, Do they respawn after we open one, or once we open it, it's gone forever?
Yeah, it's pretty much once you open it, it doesn't disappear. It does show you that you've already opened it. So yeah, you don't have to sort of backtrack and be like, oh, I gotta open up or find it at a certain time. It's there. Once you discover it, you can then move on to your next adventure.
Absolutely.
So we got a gold nugget. But yeah, as you can see, like, it's just, again, how I think if from the playthrough of what we've sort of been exploring, the just different land designs and going from like rocky to very snowy mountains to, islands.
The chat was talking about the snow and how just gorgeous it looked looking at it falling like that. The graphics are incredible.
Yeah, and that's with the combination of the 3D sort of CG effects with the 2D pixel art. So it blends it really well.
Another question, because everyone's really enjoying the music, and
of course,
we saw in the collector's edition, it does include the battle soundtrack. Is there maybe any other soundtrack that we can look forward to in the future?
Yes, so currently on our Square Enix store page, we actually have a CD soundtrack of all the songs. I think it's
the entire thing.
The entire thing is in there. I think it's like 6 CDs are in there. So you're gonna get everything in there. And I encourage everybody who loves the soundtrack to head over to the Square Enix store page and get a copy. It's
definitely
amazing.
Go ahead and get those pre-orders in on our official store. It's fantastic. I'm seeing a lot of hype for it in the chat. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful soundtrack. 6 discs. That's incredible.
So I saw one question someone pointed out, is overkill in post-battle sort of results, as you can see. That is sort of new, is that there's bonus when you are overkilling or dominating the battle really well. It does give you a little bit bonus to help you. So it rewards you on, really doing amazing attacks.
Again, it all comes into that strategy, right? So if you overkill, if there's certain things that you do in the battle, you'll get a little extra boost with your XP for sure. I do see some folks asking about swapping characters out. So in the game, you have the inn, right, at the tavern.
Yep.
So when you do meet one of our new travelers, you have the opportunity to immediately switch into their chapter 1 if you started the game as a different traveler. But if you want to continue the traveler that you're currently on, you can. But if you want to go back to revisit that other traveler you met, just go back to the inn and you're able to pick things up. Any bonuses when killing more higher leveled enemies?
The only bonus you get is more XP. If you can do it, boy, you're going to level
The
up.
higher the enemy, the more XP you're going to get, just as a general rule of thumb. And again, the tougher monsters do come out at night, which is pretty fun.
Correct. And I think I saw a bonus untouched, right? If you're able to not get hit by the enemy, that's, again, a bonus. And again, when you switch somebody out, if they're under leveled and your other 3 characters are over leveled and you're going through a battle, that's a great way to get your under level up to everybody else. So
yeah, absolutely.
It helps out. Oh my God, it's the shark again.
It's our shark friend again.
It's back. Back for more, but we're gonna get out of there.
Oh, I believed in us. I think we've got time for one more fight, and then we'll do our North American giveaway.
Yes.
I know, the chat says we've been teased. We wanted to fight the shark. Christian.
We gotta go back to that shark. No. He's gone, he's off. Look, we've already battled. It's worn out. Let it free. Let it travel.
So do we think that's the same battle-worn shark?
It definitely looked like the same battle shark.
Following us around.
But I would say the one that we faced off earlier was more of a boss format. So a little bit tougher.
You might have noticed too, the shark that we just encountered was one that just spawned randomly, similarly to the monsters that we're fighting now. Earlier in the stream, there was that whirlpool of water, and we got that warning message if we wanted to proceed. So that kind of gives you that hint that this is a special boss.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also, if you want to, and I haven't tried it yet, but with Ochet's ability, you can capture monsters. So you can with that random encounter, catch that shark and use it in battle. You can collect up to, because I did hit a limit of 7, and that is including the companion that you already have. So 6 monsters is what you can have at a time during
very
your
good. I know
playthrough.
we were talking about that last time
Yeah.
with Ochette, wondering if there was a limit. So
I was trying to collect and collect, and then eventually it was like, okay, right there. I needed to swap out, and then you change one of the items into, or monsters into an item. That's her other
very,
ability.
very good.
So.
Now, I know we can change the time of day when we're out in the field, but does it change while you're in the middle of a battle, or does it stay the same?
It stays the same in battle. It's locked in. But when you're exploring, that's when you can change the music. So, we got a double tomahawk, so that's great for a weapon.
Excellent. That treasure chest inspires me a little bit. It inspires me to think about our giveaway for our friends in the north.
I thought you were taking somewhere else. You're like, now I want to build a treasure chest.
No, that was my segue. I know a lot of folks are really excited. So we are doing another giveaway for our friends in the North American region. This is going to be for 3 standard edition digital codes for the platform of your choice. So that's PlayStation, Switch, or Steam. And then 1 grand prize, collector's edition for PlayStation or Switch. Let's go ahead and get hashtag sweepstakes in the chat for your chance to enter. Good luck.
Good luck.
There were some really great questions floating around in the chat. Apologies for any that we might have missed as well. Hopefully we were able to give you some clarity and understanding. And if I can try to catch any more that are happening in the flood of sweepstakes, we'll do our best.
Yeah. I'm trying to pick questions as well, but it's flying so fast.
I did catch one earlier. So if you start as one character and you want to switch to have a different main character, can you do that in the middle of a playthrough of one character story?
So I've been seeing a lot of people discuss about this too. So unfortunately, you won't be able to just switch in that playthrough. What I would recommend is, as you go through possibly the demo right now, or if you buy the full game, when you go through their first chapter, if this is a character or traveler that you're really interested in, afterwards, keep them. If not, I would go back to new game and then pick another traveler. You can also experience everybody's chapter 1, their prologue, with a different traveler as you go around the map or the world and recruit them. You can also experience that as well. But I think if you want, again, to not go so many hours into the game and then be like, actually, Hikari was actually really cool. I would experiment with everybody's chapter 1 first, and then once you have that traveler, stick with that.
That makes sense. I know I did see a question pop in the chat about that collector's edition. Where can I buy it? You can actually pre-order it on the official Square Enix store. It is available for pre-order, and that's going to be for Nintendo Switch or PlayStation 4 or 5.
Yes. You get
Very
all
exciting.
Those
It comes
items.
with the art book, it comes with the CD, and it comes with all 8 busts of our new travelers.
Maybe we could switch over to the bus.
Yeah, let's get a close-up shot of them
close-up.
one more time here so we can see. I mean, they're just so fun.
With their poses. I love Oswald just looking away, He's just like,
he's a
can't
little
even bother
busy.
with
He's
you
got
guys.
places to be.
Yeah, I got revenge I have to get to, so.
For those of you asking about the times of release, so the game does officially launch February 24th, but you'll be able to enjoy it on PlayStation and Switch tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is midnight Eastern time. And then for our friends over on Steam, it'll be available at 9 a.m. Pacific time.
I also wanted to give a shout out to all the English voice actors for Octopath Traveler 2.
Oh gosh, they did a great job.
They did an amazing job. There's even more voice acting lines in there, and I think from the previous game. So I think they really just knocked it out of the park with all the characters and their personalities coming across really strong. So
Fantastic.
Special shout out to them for their hard work.
All right, friends, we're going to close the entry period for our North American giveaway.
Uh-oh. Who's going to
win? Good luck,
win?
everyone. All right, here we go. Our first winner for a standard edition digital code is Michael the 13th. Congratulations. Our second winner for a standard edition digital code is 8-Bit. Congratulations.
Woo! I think he's gonna like it.
And our third and final winner for the standard edition digital code is dun dun dun.
Dun, dun.
Jiggins, congratulations. Now,
Uh-oh.
the grand prize.
The grand
the moment we've all been
prize.
waiting for. Gotta hype it up, right? The
Hype it up.
collector's edition. This is so cool. For those of you that don't win it today, again, it is available for pre-order on the Square Enix store. Drum roll, please, for our final winner today. They are.
Dun, 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 dun.
Drum roll. Slimeroo, congratulations. Congrats to all of our winners today. As a reminder, please make sure to have your Twitch DMs turned on so we're able to reach out to you. As a reminder, though, the game doesn't come out till tomorrow, so we'll be reaching out to you to make sure we get your information so we can get you your codes then. But thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you for your wonderful questions and conversation. And Donnell and Christian, thank you so much for showing us more of the exploration as well as some of those boss fights there.
Yeah, no, thank you everyone who came to watch the stream. Thank you for everyone who's been talking so greatly and fondly about the game. Again, me and Christian have gone through on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube videos. I've been watching from small creators to large creators, from musical influencers on everything about Octopath Traveler 2, and I'm really happy that everybody's really enjoying it and sharing their love. And I'm again, thank you for having me here to show off this game. So much thanks.
I can't wait for this thing to launch. I can't wait. I hope you all continue to enjoy the demo. Until then, we're going to be not sleeping tonight. I'll tell you what, once this game launches, it's go time.
Yeah, my weekend's already covered. So
yeah, I'm going to be busy
off.
this weekend. But thank you all so much for joining us, and we hope to see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I want to change that. I want Ku to be a home for all, regardless of birth. A place where we look out for each other. In order to realize that, I would suffer any loss.
Thank you, everyone! The fun is just getting started. Now, watch me shine!
I plan to do all I can to share the wealth and help make the world a happier place. That's what being a merchant means to me.
It is not your life I want. It's Harvey's. Enough! Where is he?
I've made up my mind. I will kill you and leave the Black Snakes. I will finally be free.
I understand that your faith is shaken. But I ask you, do you not wish to know the truth?
I love Totohaha and the people who call it home. And that's why I want to protect it. And that means I'm going to fight!
It is our mission as apothecaries to ensure that everyone lives long enough for their hopes to become reality, even if it costs us our own lives.
Now go forward, Pride of the Sands.
There is none worthy to be my foe. None!
I found it at last. The seventh source.
Harvey, you bastard! What do you fight for?
It wasn't the only thing that mattered to you.
I believe there's something out there more valuable than wealth.
I wish I had a lifetime to report on your shenanigans.
I came here to kill you.
I raised you as if you were truly my own.
Silence, you abominable reptile!
You're leaving again, aren't you?
I simply wish to bring the truth to light.
Prepare yourselves for a show.
Dreams aren't good for nothing.
You have a habit of putting others above yourself, don't you?
I will extend a helping hand to all in need.
The stars, they're all gone.
Something's coming.
I smell a quarry unlike any other.
It's here.
I must find an answer to this conundrum.
The food will spoil if we stand around like a bunch of frightened deer.
We can do anything we set our minds to.
Well, it's plain what we've got to do. Keep moving forward, right?
Let us walk together a while longer, friends.
I think I'll stick around for a little more fun.
Somewhere, someone cries out for aid.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
What does it mean to play a role in a vast world of adventure? The places you go, the deeds you do, the tales whose hero you become. Every road is yours to take. Octopath Traveler 2, February 24th, 2023. Embark on an adventure all your own. Demo now available.